Beverly Hills. Here's a smaller home, homes of all sizes here. But I'm not going to be showing you the home. That's Santa Monica Boulevard. Across the street there, guys. Across and on the other side of those hedges, they had the farmers market on Sunday. Those buildings you're looking at are UTA, okay, which is a large agency, represents a lot of big celebrities. I wanted to show that to you. Uh, and that's Live Nation, folks. Okay, Live Nation, UTOA. Live Nation, they do all the concerts and all the promotion around the world for the artists. And today, take you for a couple block walk. We're going to go to the park where all the tourists come, but I want to show you a couple blocks before that there of what it's like. Okay. One thing that we do have here in Beverly Hills, we have a lot of beautiful parks and a lot of things. And look at, how they plant the flowers over here and everything is awesome. Good morning. How you doing? What's your dog's name? King. Huh? King? That's your king. Okay. Hi, King. How are you? You're beautiful. Huh? Yeah. Well, folks, this is all the flowers over here. I see. They do nice things in Beverly Hills. And there's the Beverly Hills offices there. You can see that. Okay. Damn, I had a flower like this. It wasn't growing in my place. I can't grow flowers. Mm. Good morning, Mary, John Guest. How are you? Huh? How's everybody doing today? Another waterfall. They got waterfalls of all kinds. Okay. And look at the traffic today on Santa Monica Boulevard. It is bumper to bumper. I don't know where everybody's going. Folks, you've been seeing my posts, and I want to make it clear. I'm not bashing Trump. I voted for him. Okay? But I don't like what he's doing. You see, I'm the type of guy, if I say I'm going to do something, I do it. He told us all the things he was going to do and make America great again. MAGA. And he got half the country that loved him. Half the country wanted him because of the things that he said he was going to do to make America great again. But thus far, he's done nothing for 95% of the people. 95%, maybe 97%. Let's take the 3% on the top. People who are not like you and I, people who became very successful in life, okay? They got money, they don't have to worry. Whatever the prices are in the grocery store, whatever the price of gas is, it's not going to make a difference. This is Maple Drive, folks. All right. See, every street has different trees. They don't tell you all this stuff. And I'm getting annoyed. So I'm not bashing. I'm calling him out for what he's not doing. Okay. And then that thing with the Pope. Okay, and I got to tell you a story about that. All right, that was totally wrong for him to attack the Pope. All right, look at the Trump. I agree that the Pope should not get involved in politics. Okay, and politics and religion should not mix. But the Pope didn't say anything. He didn't degrade Trump in any manner. He basically gave his thoughts of why we should stop the war. There should be world peace. And I agree with him. Okay. Thank you, Mary Bennett. Tell the people to hit that like button. Okay. And subscribe. Okay, folks. All right. Help me out here. So, yesterday, when I made that post, the first person to answer was somebody that I thought was a friend for like maybe 30 or 40 years. Yeah. Okay. But you know what? We were arguing. Yes, we were arguing. And you know what she did? She's a Catholic. She's a capitalist. She's not a Republican. She's not a Democrat. She's a capitalist. She's like all those other people who became successful, and God bless them. I'm happy that they made money and they become successful. That's awesome. Okay? But not everybody is that way. She's an elitist. An elitist. And we had a lot of good times when she lived in Beverly Hills, but she moved to Boca Raton, Florida. She became a changed woman. Okay? And she's so much in love with Trump. It's unbelievable. Now, let me say this here. She is 88 years old. Okay? 88 years old. But she's in good health. And she spends her entire day watching Fox News. She don't watch nothing else. She'll watch Live Nation once in a while. Okay? But she doesn't like the liberal that are on. All right? See, Live Nation has liberals and conservatives. Pretty good news network. But she loves the conservatives. She wrote me, oh, yes, I'm with the elitists. Yes, she got the ability to raise money. She raises money for different things for her rich friends and their charities. Okay? Kirk Paranormal. How are you, buddy? Kirby? You sent $5 US. How do you send that? Huh? Oh, Social Security might not be here for too long. Okay, if Trump gets his way, he's lied to us about everything. And everything that he does, there's a problem with it. You see, there's an old saying before you start something, know what the ending is going to be. Trump doesn't do that. But, getting back to my friend, I will not give you her name. Okay, you can see the comment that she wrote in yesterday's post that I posted. But she is a Roman Catholic. 1 week ago, she was calling me up and telling me what it was Holy Weekend and that I should be going to church. Okay? Nice. That's what she's telling me. Oh, the leader of the Roman Catholic Church is Pope Leo. Yes, he's from Chicago. First American Pope, first American to ever become the Pope. That's a great thing in history. Now, would you believe she basically said Pope Leo is not her Pope anymore? Okay. So she selected Donald Trump over the Pope. That's how much in love with Trump that she is. She's supposedly a smart lady and a member of Mensa. Do you know what Mensa is? Mensa is the people with IQs of 150 or more. Okay? 150 or more. That's high. Thank you, Mimi. You got a lot of friends, Mimi. All right. Folks, I love you all. And I thank you all for coming every day, listening to me. All right. But I like to make things clear. Now, people have asked me, Ori, what news network am I watching? Well, I'm going to tell you, I get most of my news. I'll read newspapers, online. And, but YouTube has stuff from all over the world that you can listen to. And our fire station is right down there. And our fire station's over here on the right hand side. On the left, there is the police station. And if you look up, okay, see those little windows on that building or that happens to be the Beverly Hills jail. Okay. Mimi, you're my age, huh? Huh? Folks, what she did put me in such a bad mood yesterday that I can't even begin to tell you. Okay. For somebody that's supposed to be so intelligent, all right, but yet she's so stupid. She refuses to listen to the other side. Okay. She's very one sided. It's her way or the highway. She had a lot of friends that because they didn't vote for Trump are no longer her friends. What kind of life is that, folks, to live? Huh? That's not good. That happy? She's not happy at all. Okay. And all her money's in the stock market. Okay. And all she worries about are the dividends she's going to make from her stocks, etc. Okay. I don't understand the stock market. I'm not invested in it. Okay. And I don't know how many you are in the stock market. All right. They make the Dow Jones such a big factor in our financing. But yet, what's happening right now in Iran at the port of Hormuz, okay, is affecting the global market. Folks, it's destroying the global market. All because Trump listened to Bibi Netanyahu and got involved in this war. We as Americans don't want to get involved. And I gotta laugh. People say, there's people on the right that want to pump Trump up and say, hey, he's the first president to ever do it. Bill Clinton didn't do it. Obama didn't do it. Jeb Bush didn't do it. Biden didn't do it. He's the first one stepping in there and bombing Iran and killing school children and all sorts of other people. Okay? Evidently, I'll come back on another show and tell you more stories about Anthony. All right, but thank you for that, there. All right, folks, come on. We're not hitting that like button today. What's wrong? You don't like what I'm saying? So, yeah, so Trump, and he's doing this because Bibi Netanyahu. We are now in the Israeli wars. Why are we in the Israel been in wars with the Gaza, the Palestinians, Lebanon, and every other country in that area for years? You think he's going to stop? It's what he lives on, are these wars. I think his people are getting sick and tired of him. I don't know. Can't understand how he's been in office for so long. But Trump did it, all right, without thinking what could be the end of what's happening. Remember, it was going to be 2 weeks, okay? Well, we're in the going into the 8th week now. See, every block is different. I want to show you that there. Okay. Rules. Everybody got rules. But, folks, we're not winning this war. And the next thing is going to be happening here. No, he's got our our ships blockading the port. No ships can get through. Okay, it's affecting the global market. All right, and Iran, they've been doing this for years. Okay, they want a nuclear weapon, and I believe they're going to end up getting a nuclear weapon one way or the other, sooner or later. I don't know when. I can't tell you. Okay, and if they get it, all the other countries, Pakistan, Lebanon, Turkey, they'll all get nuclear weapons. Because, folks, if you notice, we're not bombing Russia, but yet we've given $188 billion to Ukraine, 188 and climbing. Folks, it's a lot of money. 108, but we're not sending our troops there. Okay? Why? Because Putin has nuclear weapons. Now, who is close with Iran? Russia and China. China has nuclear weapons. North Korea has nuclear weapons. We're not going after those countries, are we? No. See, because if you're a country with a nuclear weapon, you're very powerful, but you never want to hit that button. But they want it for their protection. And, like me, don't like me, whatever. Okay? I feel they're entitled to have their protection. But I wanted to tell you folks about somebody that, we have a tendency now to call friends. We use that word very vaguely, saying somebody a friend without really knowing them. And what this supposedly, quote, friend of mine did and said yesterday, all right, denouncing the Pope over and selecting Trump. And she really believes that Trump mistakenly put that up and that he was doing that as a doctor. Folks, you seen the post. You see what he posted. that he was in the shroud of red, okay, with the angels, the shrouds behind him. You see none of that. I didn't post that. Trump posted that on his Truth Social Network. He did it. Somebody come back and told me it's AI generated. I don't care how it was made. The fact that Trump posted it, then he took it down, and then he had to come out and lie to us, saying, "Oh no, I'm a doctor and I'm curing people." How many of your doctors dress like that? Mm. Hey, Chris, we all make mistakes. I couldn't vote for the opponent, okay? Because we'd be worse off today if we had the opponent. I don't know. Maybe I'll just stop voting, which a lot of people are going to start doing. People are getting tired of the bullshit. Now, look, you got Eric Swalwell and then this other guy out of Texas who are resigning because of their molesting these girls. They're not the only two in U.S. House of Representatives doing that. They're two that happen to get caught. All right, Swalwell's been doing that for years. It's not like he started. And his colleagues in Congress all knew it. And they didn't step forward. All right? No, they didn't step forward until what happened. Okay? Is this Trump's deal? Jay going after him? Are they behind this? I don't know. Maybe. Regardless of what it is, he's been caught, and multiple girls are saying, one girl says he even raped her. Okay? That's not good, folks. Not good at all. So when I say, what will the world be like tomorrow? We got our ships. There's supposedly mines in the port of Hormuz. Israel and Lebanon are in Washington, D.C., trying to negotiate a peace agreement. Why are two countries from the Middle East in Washington, D.C., negotiating? They couldn't negotiate over there. All right. Trump said Vance, but Vance had no authority to make any decision while he was at those peace talks last week. He had no authority. People there say that he was calling Trump every 2 minutes during the peace talks. So that'll tell you how much power J.D. Vance, our Vice President of the United States, has. Not much at all. Okay? No, folks, we're in a world of trouble. Come on, folks, let's hit that like button, subscribe. Hey, my friend, Townsend, neither party is any good. They're both horrible, and all they want to do, promise you the world. I don't care what party it is, what politician it is, okay? I'm in California. Look at the mess we're in here. People complaining back east in the Midwest and other places that you're paying $4 for a gas a gallon when it's at $8 a gallon in a lot of places here in California. Okay, because of Newscomb, our great governor. He's demolished this state like nobody ever had. Now we got some good candidates running. I happen to like Steve Hilton, and I wrote Steve yesterday that he's got my vote for governor, and I hope that he doesn't do the same thing. How you going? That Donald Trump has done. I says, I hope you're not promising us things and then not do them when you get in office. I hope you don't do what Trump. Okay. How you doing, Sammy? How is Swami? Swami, Captain Treasure. Yes, I'm a veteran. Okay. I know more about war than Peter Huggsbit does. I'll tell you that much. Okay. But then again, he's only a yes man. He's really not a head of the Department of Defense. And I'm going to call it the Department of Defense and not the Department of War. Okay? I don't care what executive order he signed. That's bullshit. Okay? Doesn't that tell you enough? He did that last September. All right? Department of War. And then remember, and nobody's talking about the war in Ukraine no more, of course. They forget about that, right? But what about when Trump was, I, I'm friends with Putin, and I'm going to stop that war on day one in office. Yeah, day one. He didn't stop it, did he? No, he didn't. Do you remember? Because I remember him saying, I don't want to see any Russian or Ukrainian soldiers. It's terrible to be losing these soldiers, these young men, all right, whose futures could have been promising. Young men who might have come up with ideas and invent great things and help society in some way. That's what he said about the Russian and the Ukraine young men in war. But he's willing to put our soldiers on the battlefield of Iran. And we, regardless of who wins or who loses, both sides lose, folks. There's no winner because both sides are going to lose a lot of young men. Could be your brother, your cousin, your relative, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Doesn't make a difference. Everybody here might lose somebody close to them because we're in a war that we should not be in. I remind people, a lot of people of their grandpa. Oh, he must have been a good man. See, folks, like me or don't like me, okay? You're not going to hear a lie coming out of these lips, okay? And if you're wrong, I'm going to tell you you're wrong. You're right, I'll tell you you're right. But you know what? I can talk to anybody. You could be a Republican, a Democrat, an independent. I don't care what you are. I don't care what country you come from. I could talk to you. And we can agree to disagree. But people can't do that no more. On Instagram, I had somebody been following me for a few years. Because of my post yesterday, she said, I'm not following you no more. You know what I said? I said, goodbye. That's what I said very quickly. Folks, come on. Only 57 likes. All right. How many of you had subscribed yet? All right. Are you subscribing? Okay. Iraqi Australian over here. Hello from Australia. I'm too old. Buddy, I'm still walking. I'm still talking. Okay. I got the wisdom. I've seen wars. Have you? Okay. You don't know shit. I have to laugh when the moronic people who cannot read above third grade education. They don't read. They don't write. You know, it is what it is, folks. Right? The sky is blue. We got beautiful sky. This is a palm tree. You look straight ahead up there. That's Hollywood Hills. But yet it's only 60 something degrees. Oh, it's a little chilly here. Well, folks, I'm happy you took that little walk with me. Okay. I'm going to sit in my car a while here. Well, I went in the store today. They were giving samples of corn chips. Okay. And so I got a sample. They were good. So I ended up buying 2 bags of them. I think I ate half the first bag so far. Teresa from Tennessee. What part, Teresa? Okay. I love the people in Tennessee. I've been there, and I'm going to tell you something. Those people are so polite, kind. If you haven't been to Tennessee, folks, you got to go there. You go there one time, okay? You're going to want to move there. Nashville, that's where I was. All right, and I'm going to be coming back there. Yes, Teresa, I'm going to be coming back there. I stay in, what's it called? My friend Paulie has a beautiful home on a golf course, Gatenville, something like that. I can't remember the exact name. Okay. But yeah, and he's got a music group. He's playing. Uh, you know what? I'm gonna have to post it. My friends in Tennessee know where his new music group is going to be. All right. Yes, I smoke. Huh? Huh? Teresa, yes, definitely. We got to have lunch when I get to Nashville. Okay. Folks, you're not going to meet more patriotic people than the people in Tennessee. Trust me. It's a beautiful state, great, wonderful people. Okay? Yeah, Nashville. You're from there too, sim racing? Oh, folks, now I'm in my car. It's hot in my car. And I don't know. I would like to be able to drive around and show you people more areas. You'll cook me a pie, huh? Okay. How you doing, Jasper? I got a driver's license. I'll drive cross country with no problem. I can drive cross country in 36 hours. All right? Thoughts on Hitler, World War II. You know, folks, it was disgusting what Hitler done. But it's not too much what we're different than what we're doing here with Iran. You got South Africa. Thank you. Mimi, it's not that I'm well informed, it's that I study. Okay? History's always been my favorite subject. It was my favorite subject in high school. And I studied. I forgot to tell you. People ask me, what do I watch? Where do I get my information? I get a lot of it. There's a lot of good military guys that with very great military knowledge on YouTube, and you got some really good professional people who know what they're talking about, know what Iran is like, what the layout of Iran, and all that there. And Trump has got himself into something that he said to get us out in 2 weeks, but yet it's going on 8 weeks. And folks, this is going to be, this is not ending anytime soon. Don't think it is. Okay? And the only ones that are going to get hurt are you and me. People like us. Okay? So, going back to what I was saying, and keep hitting that subscribe button and that like button, folks. Okay? Willie Wisdom. Goodbye. He'll come back with a different name tomorrow. I know these bots. Okay? People with Deep Rock Labs. Another bot. Okay? Getting back to what I was saying, folks. Remember, Hitler was hated by half of Germany, but he was also loved by the other half. All right? Fuel is crazy in Australia. I had a friend of mine from Australia was here a couple of weeks, told me all about it. You're getting it, but it's terrible throughout the world. All right? Terrible throughout the world, folks. Gasoline prices are skyrocketing like crazy. Okay? But it's not going to hurt those 3% of the top people. All right? Not going to hurt them at all. They don't care. You know why? Because we're paying for it. Okay? It's you. People like us. And I'm no different than you folks are. We're all the same. Yeah, so somebody asked me if I took my meds today. Of course I did. Thanks for asking. You see? Somebody leaves a nasty message. Yes, cheeseburger. That's what the U.S. attorney says. Jasper, you're right. Okay? Israel is not on my bucket list to travel to. Neither is Iran or any of those countries in the Far East. I live here in the United States of America. This is the country that I'm concerned about. And this is the country that we all should care about. This is the country that Donald Trump said he's going to lower prices, he's going to stop the wars, but instead he keeps getting us in more wars and the prices are continue to go up. Now, he can't blame this on Joe Biden. He can't blame the prices in grocery stores now on Joe Biden. No way. Folks, can we get 25 more likes over here? Okay, can we do that today? But you're right, Jasper. We need a strong America, and Trump is weakening our country. Okay? Now, Iran wants to charge the ships, oil ships, to go through the Port of Human. It used to be the American dollar. Now, those ships, if they are paying, I don't know. All right? Got to pay the yuan. All right? The Chinese money. So, our American dollar is not worth as much as it used to be. Will's product, you got 50 accounts? Thank you, Therese Brown, sticking up for me. I'm not retired, no. This is work for me, folks. Coming to you, folks, giving you, look at the girls. You got to get a dog, okay? You saw earlier, all right, the girl with her dog. I have to get a dog, I think, okay? That's really a good way to meet women, all right? Woman like a man has got a dog, okay? That's a very good possibility, Jasper, okay? Somebody asked me if I wrote it for Jimmy Carter. I can't even, I don't know, okay? I really can't remember. I might not have even voted when he was president that year. I don't know. I got to be honest with you, okay? And it's like I told you, I am a no party affiliate. And when I first got out of the Army and I went back home to Rome, New York, the very first thing my father did, my father was a Democrat, okay? He brought me to register to vote, and he had me register as a Democrat. And I asked my father, this was 1966, okay? All right, let's keep hitting that like button, okay, folks? 1966. Told me to register as a Democrat. I said, why, Dad? Why register as a Democrat? He said, because the Democrats will let stuff fall off the truck so everybody could eat. That's the way it used to be. And it was that way for a long time. And I can't tell you when it really changed. But as we know, the Democratic and Republican Party, they have both changed from what they really were. Okay? What the real intentions of the party were. They both changed. Democrats now are split with a progressive and those old timers that are still Democrat, and the Republican Party also has changed. All right, it's divided with MAGA and those who want the Republican Party to be what it was before. Okay, and which I don't see any of that happening. Okay, not in my lifetime, anyways. All right. Uh, when you say all the same, what do you really mean? Uh, I guess I'm rude. Huh? Oh, all right, folks, we're at 91 likes. Okay, let's get it to 100 here. Come on, let's hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Okay, come on, folks. Please help support my channel in any way you can. It's deeply appreciated. All right, 93. Come on, let's keep hitting that like button. 7 more, get me to 100. Okay. No, Cameron, the world has changed so much, particularly in the last 10 years, and it's just getting worse every day. It's not getting better. All right? Come on, we're at 98. We got 2 more likes here on 99. Okay? One more. Let's get to that 100 mark, folks. Keep hitting that like button, please. Okay? That's deeply appreciated. Oh, who put the dog there? I love that. That's awesome. Thank you so much. No, Cameron, so I got to answer you. I'll never find love. Probably not. I'm not looking for love. I'm looking for a companion that wants to visit me a couple of times a week, have lunch, dinner, cuddle, and then she goes home. All right? I'm not drunk because I might have 2 drinks in a year. Okay? So, got the wrong guy. And people keep asking me. Michael and I, we talk occasionally. We got each other's phone number. All right. And that cute dog too. All right. 143 Zephyr. All right. Will we have a sit down on a podcast? I doubt it. Okay. Uh, I got many reasons regarding that there. You could check back with, Vlad tried to get both Michael and I on a few years. Uh, yeah, I asked for them, nameless. I asked for the likes. You know why? Because most people are lazy and don't hit that like button. Okay, most people are on YouTube, and I'm not the only content creator, all right, that asked for them. Patrick Betted David, who's got 5 million subscribers, he asked for them, all right? 51% of the people who come into my podcast do not subscribe. And it's just not me, it's all of them, okay? Anyways, folks, I spent enough time here today. I hope some of the things that I said help you. I want to thank you all so much. Okay, I'm going to say it again. Just get me to 115 likes now. We're at 113. 2 more likes. Could we get a couple people doing that there? All right. Could we? Let's see. I guess we got 28 people, 114. Okay. All right. How many of you have subscribed? If you subscribe, leave me a comment. I'd like to know. Welcome you to my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm going to go home and try to figure out what the hell I want for lunch today. I'm not even hungry. Wait, I did eat breakfast. Okay. Since getting out of the hospital, I got back down to my regular weight now. All right, I'm walking, doing my exercises. I'm really feeling good. I want to thank all of you who have written me and left me comments. Uh, God bless you all. And folks, remember, as I always say, do something kind for others today and every day. and it will come back to you tenfold. I guarantee it, folks. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. All my love and respect to you all. Take care now.